Yet year after year, it's the same routine, and I grow so weary of the sound of screams, and I,
You just looked at lyrics.
Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing.
I just saw you look down. I'm like, he's reading these lyrics off his phone.
You cannot mess Jack Skellington's words up. He will haunt you forever. Jimmy, welcome to the show. How are we doing?
I'm doing good. That's actually a good debate. And have we done this debate before, whether that movie is a Halloween or a Christmas movie?
We have not, and I don't want to have that debate because there's just simply no question. I literally just sang a song where he's the Pumpkin King, and there's also a song in it saying, quote, "This is Halloween. This is Halloween, 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 Halloween."
Okay, that's the first song, but there's also like multiple songs about Christmas. And the whole movie is about this guy that comes from a Halloween town wanting to teach his town about Christmas. So why wouldn't it be a Christmas movie?
Because then at the end, he decides that he's not going to become Santa Claus, and he is the true Pumpkin King, and they do Halloween like I've never seen. What's this? What's this? A feeling in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your Christmas song. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a Halloween movie.
And now it's about him coming to love Christmas and teaching it to his town.
It is about him discovering the true meaning of Halloween and that he was always meant to be the Pumpkin King and to leave Christmas to Santa Claus.
How does it end again?
It ends with, well, he kidnaps Santa and he tries to be Santa.
Yeah.
And then all of the kids are terrified. And so they shoot him down. And then he realizes this is not his calling. He needs to let Santa do what Santa does best. And Jack goes back and he's the Pumpkin King. And then the town ends up celebrating their first Christmas. That's correct.
There you go. Christmas movie. Love it.
Not a Christmas movie. Halloween movie. In fact, it's a Disney show. So, and when I go on Disney Plus, guess what's under the Halloween section?
Is it?
It is.
I don't know.
Disney would probably know better than you, to be honest.
I don't know. Beer of the week. So I'll just come out and say I don't have a fun one this week. I got to get rid of some Corona premieres.
Oh, you're drinking Corona in October.
I know. It's a sin.
We call ourselves drinkers. We call ourselves alcoholics, and you're drinking a Corona in October.
Corona premiere is good.
Is it?
But you have the fun October. Yeah, Corona. I don't know. It's literally 9 less calories than Corona Light, but it's good.
Kentucky Pumpkin Barrel Ale. This bad boy is 10%, and it is aged in oak bourbon barrels.
And this is your first time having it?
First time having it.
I have to say, it sounds terrible.
Cheers. Kentucky Pumpkin Barrel Ale, established 1999. Good year.
Where's it from? Kentucky? Or they call it Kentucky Barrel Ale. No.
Nope. Nope. Oh, man. That tastes like straight up pumpkin pie.
Well, I don't know what else you expected.
I was thinking an Oktoberfest, but it's a pumpkin ale.
I thought you liked pumpkin ales. Like, don't you like the Shipyard?
I do, because Shipyard's got a little like crisp to it. It's got a little hop. I feel like this has no crisp, no hop.
Just straight up pumpkin, 10%.
Straight up pumpkin. It's 10%. I got to drink this whole thing.
Packed to the brim with alcohol and pumpkin.
I don't know if I'm going to pass out first or throw up first. We'll see. Cheers.
It's good advertisement. I went to a pumpkin patch this week.
Oh, Oh, did you?
Well, as much of a pumpkin patch as you can have in Atlanta. It was just on the side of a
What
road.
what does that mean?
Like a pumpkin patch is normally like you're in like a field walking
Right.
around with pumpkins. This was just like a little market that had some pumpkins.
In the heart of the ATL?
But we got ahead of it. So when you get ahead of it, you get a prime pumpkin. Ours is big,
Right.
but it's got a nice long stem. But I get home, rotted. On the bottom, rotted. Couldn't feel it.
Oh.
And you couldn't see it. You don't see it. It's only after you touch it right there. And
Well,
I was
why?
like, ah.
So you're telling me you bought the pumpkin without looking at all sides and the bottom?
I looked at all sides, but I didn't hit all sides. Like I felt the top, I was like, feels good, but it's right at the bottom and it looks good, but it's rotted. Total waste. $25.
Oh, jeez.
Steep, man. Inflation.
So what you're just gonna have to go get a new pumpkin?
No, I'm honestly interested to see what it looks like on the inside.
Okay. And when are you gonna carve it?
Probably on Halloween. I got no plans.
So you're gonna let this pumpkin sit for 3 weeks and then carve it.
Yeah,
Bad move, Jimmy.
probably.
See that pumpkin I got in the back there?
Is that real?
Yeah. But that bad boy ain't not being carved on Halloween. I'm getting a fresh one.
Is that a fresh market pumpkin?
No, that is actually on the other side of that pumpkin. There's a Clemson paw. Got it at a my brother-in-law's engagement bridal shower, not bridal shower, couple shower. Dobby, hush.
Were they
Hush.
giving away pumpkins?
Hush you.
Are they giving away full-size pumpkins?
Yeah, for whoever wanted it. Yep.
Wow, what a parting gift.
Be gone, Dobby. Sorry. Yeah, good party favor. But anyways, that's the key. You get a pumpkin in the beginning of October for decorations, and then you buy a carving pumpkin. Anyways, the rate I'm giving this beer is 6 bourbon pumpkins out of 10. Second and third sips are better. I'll give you that. I was shocked on the first sip.
Oh, no, it's a bourbon barrel?
It's aged in a bourbon barrel. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this beer ranks pretty high on Untapped. I'll take a look after the show.
Is it thick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ugh.
I'd be interested to see what color it is.
Oh, I bet it's high on Untapped. People like weird beers on that.
Each sip's getting better.
All right, we gotta get moving. What burns my biscuit?
Okay.
All right. I got it this week. Do you want to know? See, I have 2 things that show what it is. I'm gonna pull up the picture first, but I'll go through the progression. Joe, do you want to know what burns my biscuit?
Jimmy, I want to know what burns your biscuits.
This is something that might hit home to some people because I think this applies to a few people out there in the world that practice this every year. And not only is it selfish, but it's childish.
Whoa.
Birthday weeks.
Ooh.
Birthday
Yes.
weeks are one of the most ridiculous concepts that I have ever heard in my life. You're telling me that I get 52 weeks out of the year. I need to dedicate one of those weeks celebrating you because you were born. We know a lot of people, everyone knows a lot of people in their lives. Imagine if every single person you knew was selfish enough to celebrate a birthday week. You'd pretty much be celebrating a birthday week every week of the year, and multiple ones of them would overlap.
Right.
No one's important enough for a birthday week. I think birthdays are kind of stupid as it is, but hey, I'll take presents on one day out of the year. I'll celebrate, but we're just born. So why do I need to celebrate a week for you? Go out, do things. Now, personally, I think it's more of a girl thing. Would you say? I think I know some guys who have done
100%.
birthday weeks. Definitely more of a girl thing. But like, you don't need to dedicate a whole week for you. It's conceited, selfish, drains the money of your friends, and I'll never understand.
Yes. Now, I will say this. As you get older, so actually I have a question for you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here, the devil's friend over here, devil's best bud, nudging him, saying, here we go.
Mhm.
If you had your birthday, June 10th is your birthday, everyone. So
Yeah.
get ready for that. June 10th.
Yeah, get excited.
And you were all alone. No one could be there for your actual birthday.
Uh-huh.
And everyone said, let's celebrate in 2 days from now when we
Yeah.
can all be together. Would you
That's
say
fine.
no? Oh, that's
No,
fine.
that's fine. This is something that like it's your like if it was my call and there like people around on my birthday, I'm like, we're doing stuff all week for my birthday.
Yeah.
Like it's my birthday week. That's when if other people want to be like, hey,
Gotcha.
we missed your birthday, we want to celebrate it this day with you. Completely fine. Go for it. But when you're going out and saying it's my birthday week,
Right.
no. Lose it.
Like if your birthday's on Sunday and on Friday night, they're like, kick off the birthday weekend. It's like, well, no, your birthday's Sunday, so we'll celebrate it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because today's someone else's birthday. So don't take over their birthday on their day.
You were born.
Right.
It's
Congrats
just-
for being born. Here's a present. Here's a cake, and we move on.
Yeah.
But you know what? The older I get, the more I realize one more trip around this old sun, you can't take that for granted, James.
No, but you don't need a whole week for it.
No, you
I would argue you don't even need a weekend. If everyone's there to celebrate for one day.
I say you need a good hour.
Yeah.
Hour to get some presents, eat some cake, slap some hands, and call it a night.
Yeah. And like there's like no reason to have birthday parties anymore for yourself. I guess that's kind of a different part, but unless someone wants to throw you a surprise party, like have a dinner with people for your birthday. That's fun. Do that. Like go out and do that. Do something fun little like that. But by no means do you need an extravagant party for yourself. And that's a very few select people that I know that still do that.
And don't you dare sing happy birthday to me at the restaurant. I will drop kick you.
Terrible. You had a good tweet a while back about the waiter singing happy birthday to you, or when your parents tell the waiter it's your birthday.
Did I?
It was with Jason Bateman at like the Oscars or something. He was just like looking, just like smiling at everyone around. He was like so excited.
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that.
I have good tweets. They just don't get a lot of love.
I think we used to hit weddings pretty hard with Burns My Biscuit, and I think we could direct a lot of that energy towards birthdays because there's a lot of ridiculous stuff that goes on with birthdays.
There is, but wedding, I don't know. There's still just stuff about weddings.
I've had to lay off of it since I'm in the wedding videography.
It's your profession. You got to be careful what you say.
Oh, yeah. Because are there plenty of things at weddings I'm like, oh, here we go again. But hey, it's the most special day of those person's life.
Actually meant to talk to you about this. Yeah. Did you see in the news that couple, that wedding photography couple that went viral because they weren't being fed at the wedding?
Yeah.
What do we think about that? So for background, what happened is a bride and groom refused to feed the videographer and photographer at the wedding. Do I have that right?
Yeah. I think he was one of them, the videographer and the photographer.
And they didn't get fed at the wedding, so they left.
100%. I don't know if I would have had the cojones to leave, but I would have been very upset because you're working. You think this guy's working an 8-hour day. He's probably missing lunch. He may have been able to eat lunch, maybe brought a snack or something. Mackenzie and I will bring beef jerky sometimes when we have a wedding. But if you get to dinner, I mean, you're exhausted. You've been going around all day. You've been directing people. You've been taking pictures. You get to dinner and the couple doesn't even have the politeness to feed you. I don't like some weddings, like most wedding, every wedding I've done that they've given me the wedding food, which is great. But sometimes they don't even do that. Sometimes they'll have just like a pre-wrapped ham sandwich for you in the back. That's not great, but at least it's wraps. Yeah, exactly. But at least it's food. So I don't blame the guy for leaving. Plus, I heard an extra story that he was their friend and he was only doing this wedding for $250. So yeah, they could have fed the guy. Because honestly, his plate, if he was at the wedding, probably would have only costed $100. They're getting photography with him. It's just like, I thought that was crazy. $250 they were paying for him. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's brutal. But now, what is the difference? What is the difference between working at your normal job? They don't feed you at your normal job every day. You got to go out and get your own lunch.
Well, it should be part of it. He should put in the contract. That's what people do. They'll put in the contract saying they'll get provided dinner. But if we were at a work event all day, they feed us. They make sure we're fed. And if we had an 8-hour work event where we were like on site somewhere, they would make sure we even had a lunch or dinner break. We get lunch breaks at work. He hadn't had a break to eat.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It was wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong. Yeah, cool, good.
I don't know if I would have left though. That's ballsy. Or I probably would have just like, I don't know what I would have done.
Well, it worked. It went viral. Now we're talking about it on one of the largest podcasts in America.
Yeah. But poor guy, like, I don't know if he's like, now it's what he's known for now. I guess, like Ted Lasso says, no publicity is bad publicity, but maybe in this scenario.
And all publicity is good publicity, but whoever said that was probably wrong.
I basically said that, but in the opposite way.
You said no publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah.
Ow.
You said all publicity is good publicity. Right? There he is.
Yeah. Got my cat now.
Oh.
Giving him kisses. All right, let's move on to Happens to What in the World.
Happens to What in the World this week is haunted houses. Now, Joe, you can start talking about haunted houses. I'm going to pull up a picture of the scariest haunted house we ever did.
Yeah, sorry. I was setting Dobby down. Didn't want him to step on the bottle cap. It's very sharp. You got to be careful with these children. Yeah, so haunted houses as we continue our Halloween theme. If you remember last week, we talked about ghosts. So as far as real life haunted houses goes, you're not getting me with that. I'm not buying it. Maybe the Amityville Horror House, because that's like
I would
horror house, because that's now we're talking demonic, possessive. We already talked about that last week. But straight up haunted houses, like, ooh, that's an old house that a couple died in. It's like, whatever. Okay, I'll probably get it for a good price and live in it. I say that, I probably wouldn't. I get terrified in houses, and I get very scared. I try to talk a big game. But haunted houses that are set up, like Halloween Horror Nights, those kind of haunted houses, that's kind of where I like to play ball, you know? And we went into a haunted house in San Antonio, Texas. It was right next door to the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum.
It was part of Ripley's.
Was it part of it?
Yeah.
Okay. It was part of Ripley's Believe It or Not. Excellent museum, by the way. Like, I'm a huge fan of that kind of stuff.
They get a bad rap. They do a good job over there.
An incredible job. Anyways, we went into this haunted house, and let me tell you, this thing took my entire soul out of my body and tore it to shreds. It was, we were the only, it was a giant house, and it was just you, me, and Danielle, right?
And we had one other group of like 3 people.
Did we?
Yeah, there's one other group with us.
They might have died in the middle of it, because
we lost them somewhere throughout the middle.
Yeah, because I finished that house and it was just us. But we entered that house, and it was just an incredible detailed job. But the moment where I thought I was going to die was we came across an evil little girl. First of all, they have like 10-year-olds working this thing. I mean, it was a little girl.
Well, that was the thing. It was the same 10-year-old. And she would be in one scene. We'd get past the scene, and I'm just picturing her in the back hallways of this house, just booking it to the next scene. They didn't have
incredibly
characters.
Yeah.
It was incredibly hard worker. It was the same girl who punched our ticket when we went in.
Right. Yes. Anyway, but then when we walked past her that one time, and I kind of took off down the hall thinking that I lost her in the clear. I hear thump, 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 thump.
And we're in the back.
Yeah. She's coming down the hall, sprinting towards us. And, I mean, I'm like, I'm going to die. What do you do?
Freeze. Yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't allowed. I know she's not allowed out of that room, so she must be an actual murderer.
Yeah. And this, like, we don't know the background checks they're doing on these people. With Halloween Horror Nights, you know, like there's safety measures if something happens,
Right.
like they have all of these protocols for it.
You've
I don't
got
know
cops
what
after
they're doing at Ripley's Haunted Adventure. It was late at night in San Antonio.
Yeah.
There was 6 of us. Like someone in the other group could have died, and we had no way of knowing. It was
We had
dark.
no way of knowing, no one to tell.
And at one point, we were walking through this house. It was just a modge podge of just anything that could possibly scare you. At one point, there was an
What is it? What is a
animatronic,
hodgepodge?
just a bunch of different stuff. Just a lot of stuff.
Hodgepodge. Hodgepodge.
Am I bad with sayings? Modge podge. Is it mod? I thought it was Modge
It
Podge.
is. It's 100% not Modge Podge.
Modge podge.
Hodgepodge.
Mod Podge.
Hodgepodge.
Mod Podge is a water-based sealer, glue and finish, sold at Home Depot for $5. So a hodgepodge. But there was a scene where we're just walking. It's like dark. We're in a dark hallway. You can't even see. And then just a dragon comes out from the left.
Yes.
Like there's just no context, but this is an animatronic dragon. That's what makes it scary. Or some houses, if you know what the theme is, you know what to possibly expect. I wasn't expecting an animatronic dragon to come out of the left scene and almost take our heads off. I don't know the last time they checked the technology on this thing too.
Yep. And this wasn't during Halloween time too, which made it even scarier, I think. They're just doing this year round.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's why I say a wonderful show that they put on. Pretty sure we were in this house for like 15, 20 minutes. And like, that's a long time to be in this house. I remember this scene. It was like some girl on the counter getting like her head eaten off or something like that. Like this group here, that's what we were. Like that was basically the size of our group. And you just walk through it. There's like no direction. You just like are finding your way through this scary house. So if you ever find yourself haunted adventure at Ripley's,
you have to check it out and then go to the dinosaur river boat ride after. It's a wonderful time.
Oh, wonderful. I forgot about that. No way.
Yep.
Was that like the shooting one?
Yeah, I think there was a gun on the boat.
That was where you were alone. That looked scary for you too. That was a scary little ride too. You're just in the dark. It's like creaky. You're just waiting for the next scene to shoot something.
Oh, I couldn't wait to get off that thing. I mean, that's like that time that we were in the laser tag. We did that laser tag at, I'm not even sure where that was. And we were the only ones in the laser tag room in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Was that Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge?
Yeah. I think it was in Gatlinburg.
Yeah. And it was so scary in there. And we just wanted to get out. And we were the only two in this giant glow in the dark laser tag with weird sounds and lasers and voices. And so we just sat there and shot each other until the game was over.
Yeah, we said we just shoot each other's chests, so we're standing 2 feet from each other, just shooting each other.
And only to exit and see up on the security camera that everyone could see us in there. They had videos so people could watch you fight. And so they just saw us shooting each other.
We were the laughing stock. And the thing is, there was no one there when we first got there, or else there would have been other players in the laser tag game. We would have been scared because we would have teams.
Everyone happened to show up after we were in the house.
It was just Joe and I, and it's this dark laser tag, deep club music. I'm like, I am just terrified. I have no idea where I am. There's like lights popping out at you.
Yeah.
And then everyone saw us. My dad, I remember my dad, we came out, he goes, we watched you guys just shoot each other the whole time. Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It's those things. It's the low budget stuff.
It really is. And
what's that? You go ahead. I think we're going to say the same thing.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's that? The scariest haunted house ever in existence?
Yeah, Mccaney Manor is what you're thinking of.
Yeah,
I believe they have a location in Tennessee, and then there's a location out somewhere else. Yeah, I think they do. For the folks that don't or have never heard of Mccaney Manor, Mckamey. This is deemed the scariest haunted house in America. And when I tell you that this is a haunted house, that is an understatement. This is a torture chamber of hell. Yeah. So basically you sign up. There's like a 2,000 person wait list to get into this house. And they kidnap you in the middle of the night. Like they tell you basically, oh, this is when we're going to come get you, but you don't really know. And they kidnap you, drag you into this house, and torture you until you can't take it anymore. You come up with a safe word, and no one has ever survived the house. You have to survive 24 hours. No one's ever done it. I mean, absolute insanity. Yeah, here's a picture.
I Google a picture of Mckamey Manor, and this is one of the first ones that pops up.
I mean, she's crawling in some type of cellar, blindfolded. They beat you. They humiliate you. You have to eat weird things.
Most people don't make it through, right?
No one's ever made it through.
Oh, really?
Ever. You have a safe word. People have broken bones. People like... And so then I looked a little more into it. And this is where it gets... The guy, I think he's got some problems.
Oh, 100%.
I think he gets off on torture and yeah.
You build a whole business around. Well, I think the people that go to this as well have some screw loose where they want to do that.
I think if you make it through, you win like $10,000 or something, but no one's ever done it. No one's ever made it through because they don't let you make it
alone,
through.
Right?
They will push you to the limits. They show you like footage of people dying. I mean, it's awful.
Somehow legal. If someone was going to pay me to do it, I would do it for a certain amount of money. Well,
you win money if you get through it, like $10,000.
Well, I'm not gonna get through it. If someone was on the other end, be like, if you just go as far as you can, like we can tell you didn't quit, but you went as far as you can. Eventually, just had to tap out. We'll pay you,
dude. So how much money would someone have to pay you? I'm telling you, man, they torture you, they beat you, they waterboard you. There you go. You've got a taker.
I've got a bidder. I don't know.
Name your price, coward.
It would have to be something in the thousands. Like I would try as hard as I could to last as long as I could for like $2,000.
$2,000, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, these people leave the house as different people. They get tortured mentally, physically. It's like
Dad said we'll chip in.
I'm telling you, man, you would die. You might die.
But think about the content that would come from that.
Great content. That's true.
We got a deal.
All right.
$2,000. This will be me. I'll be scraping through the mud. I mean,
the scariest thing, it's at this dude's house. This guy's nuts.
But has anyone ever actually died from it?
No, but people have left with permanent brain damage, Jimmy. Does that mean something to you?
Like physical brain, they're like mentally scarred.
Yeah. And I think someone had one person had a very serious concussion.
1,000 each, Joe.
No.
It's on the table.
You could say that me going in there would solve world hunger, and I'm saying no.
It's not worth it.
Nope.
Just stepping foot in there. You should see some of the pictures, though.
Does
it have? Do you have to eat anything? You said you have to eat stuff.
Yes, and you have to you see what this lady is crawling through. That's human feces, my friend.
I'm looking at the website right now. I think I can actually share this.
You have to sign like 100-page, whatchamacallit, 100-page. My mind is blanking.
Oh, I'm sure it's just playing on Netflix. Okay, there's a Netflix
waiver,
show, Dark Tourist.
A 100-page. Oh yeah. So you got to watch that. That'll give you everyone. If you're listening, go on Netflix and watch episode 8 of Dark Tourists, I think the show is called. And that'll give you a little breakdown on Mccaney Manor.
It just said what it was. It was Dark Tourist, yeah.
Yep. The Art of the Scare.
Warning. Do not wear expensive clothing. Don't bring anything you cannot get wet. This can be an aggressive experience.
And
our actors will come in contact with you.
Oh yeah,
You
They-
cannot
like you
in
walk
any
in
way
and they punch
return the
you.
contact.
Nope, no retaliation. You got to take it.
$1,000 though. I wonder how much it probably costs $1,000 to do, right? I mean, there's probably a
No.
massive waiting list.
There's a huge waiting list, but it doesn't. I don't think it costs anything to do it. You just get like selected. That's another thing that's weird about this guy is he's not even charging for it. It brings him satisfaction to torture you, and somehow he gets. And nowhere else in the world would this be legal. Nowhere else in the country, but somehow he makes this thing a tourist attraction. You sign a waiver, and now they can just beat you and feed you feces. That can't.
Well,
That's assault, brother.
It shows you we live in a good country where we have to pay to make ourselves in a
That's
bad
freedom at
situation.
its finest, baby.
Yeah. The very last sentence, if things become too much, you can always quit if we let you.
I mean, okay, yeah.
Like, so quitting might not be an option.
Your safe word. That's not even a thing. They'll ignore it.
Requirements 21 and above, so there must be drinking alcohol. Or 18, 20 with parents' approval. Completed sports physical.
Like
and
what parents gonna be
like,
like, yep. A parent's just signing off, be like, yeah, we're good. And he's
a doctor's letter stating you are physically and mentally cleared.
Yeah. But trust me, you go to that same doctor after and he's gonna be like, were you a prisoner of war?
Yeah. Proof of medical insurance.
Oh yeah. Dude, get some life insurance before that bad boy, I'm telling you. Terrifying. That's a haunted house, my friend. That is what Halloween's all about.
Yeah, the people that do that just have to have some type of kink for it. But they can't even handle after that. I'm going to go watch Dark Tourist after this.
I'm going to go watch it too. Let's go ahead and sign off.
Yeah. Tempting.
Got any fun Halloween plans the rest of the week?
It says my connection's bad.
Oh boy. All right, let's end it. Let's end it.
Oh no, I think Mackenzie's watching Gilmore Girls. I tell her, stay off the Wi-Fi.
Cut it. Cut the show.
Gilmore Girls can wait. Terrible show. Absolutely terrible show.
Please go like and subscribe. Happens to what? Give us a follow. Let us know what your favorite haunted house is. And carve a pumpkin with my face.
We'll let you know how Mckamey Manor is.
Yep. See y'all.
Goodbye.
See y'all in hell.
Oh.